Well, I'm happy to be here back in the Caliente Hot Glass studio with Glenn. Glenn, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm doing great. We're heating things up over here at Caliente. We're showcasing a very special demo that folks can check out on a hot date night on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very excited to show people a more in-depth piece and get deeper into glass blowing and show people more about how it works.
Oh yeah, so what piece are we making today, sir?
So today we're making an urn, and I've been layering on lighter color. I got a little bit of medium blue, and then I'm gonna go into a darker blue, and I'm staging from lighter to darker, and then I'm gonna move this color around and make some more design on the skin of it. And then we're gonna blow out an urn and pull the lip into a point and make kind of an art vessel. So now I'm gonna come back to the bench, and we're gonna rake around on the skin, making kind of eddies and spirals on the skin of the piece. And when I stab into it, I can manipulate it and make spirals on it.
And you can see it as it's cooling down, like everything's becoming more pronounced here.
Absolutely, and the color when it's hot shows really strangely, and as it cools down, the design will start showing up more intensely as it cools. And so I use this marver to smooth it, but it also takes a lot of energy out of it. And so as I smooth it, I'm also cooling it down. And so I have to be working fast in order to work it before it cools all the way down. And once I get it cooled down, I'll reheat it and start to bubble inside of it.
Yeah. One thing I've always learned about this is one of the rare things in life where it's an actual art and a science here.
Yeah, there's so much more chemistry involved in glass blowing and physics than I ever thought I was going to need in life. And so now to start the bubble, I'm going to get it really hot, and then I'll roll it just to cool the skin, trap a little bit of air and cap it off, and the heat causes the air to expand, and it'll start a bubble into it automatically. Now we just wait to see it expand.
Come out.
And so right at the end of the pipe, in about another 4 seconds, we'll see it pushing wider, and then I'll know the bubble started. And you can see it gently expanding already, and we'll just keep that running. So the bubble's inside, even if you can't see it, you can tell because of the expansion. And so now we've got a bubble started in the center, and you can see those patterns.
Yeah,
as the glass
coming real pronounced right there. Well, Glenn, while you continue to do this, I know you're offering a very special date night opportunity for couples out there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we're having an event where we're going to be creating a piece, and people that are very interested in glass and want to come out and check it out and see it live and see it in real life, we're trying to create an event where people can come and watch and enjoy the process of glass blowing without actually having to be in charge of it or go all the way up to that 2,000-degree furnace and work with all this super hot glass.
And of course, you're offering folks opportunities to come out this month and make some pieces of their own. What are some of these things we're looking at right here?
Absolutely. So these are the hearts that we make in our classes, and these are solid and they're sculpted and they're not blown. And so we try and show off the different aspects of the material. And when you're sculpting on it and smashing it and flattening it, then you get a different, more tactile feel for how it turns back into a solid while it's cooling, and feeling how soft it is at first and how rigid it becomes as it cools down as you're working with it. And so it's a very different kind of experience. And so we try and change the classes up here so that we can offer, basically I'm trying to elucidate the different aspects of this material that I'm in love with. But going into that furnace makes the pipe really hot. So I'm going to roll this just to even out that layer that I put on top of it. Then I have to go cool off the pipe. So now we're cooling off the pipe because the more forward I have my hand on the pipe, the less the whole thing weighs. So we're getting it nice and cool. So we've got it nice and hot, and when we swing it, that stretches out that longer tip.
Oh yeah, just the natural gravity right here.
Exactly, gravity and physics. So now that it's nice and soft and mostly in form, I can hold it with this and just gently guide it and shape it, and you can see how that's all starting to take shape.
Wow.
So I'm heating up the only spot that I want to change, but also I need to be really cognizant not to overheat so that we don't lose control of it. So the idea about the demo is that we're trying to elucidate a lot of the life lessons I learned through glass to people in terms of glass blowing, about working with somebody, about the beauty of teamwork, about the elegance of letting something happen and not squeezing too tight or trying too hard. And so people can come and experience that moment together and then learn more about glass blowing in a much more substantial sense and stretch it out as an accent. And now I feel good about the profile of the piece. And once I feel like I've made that ready to release, then instead of shocking it or forcing it, you just give it a small tap and it releases.
A little love tap right there. And we're gonna let that cool down over time. Glenn, such a beautiful demo, and I know folks can expect this at a hot date night. Can you give folks the information again one more time?
Yes, so the hot date night is about coming out and experiencing glass blowing in a much more in-depth way so we can illustrate to people like how glass blowing functions in a more fleshed out way. They can go right to the website and check out these different events, check out our classes, look at some of our work. You know, we'd love to share our love with it and what we're creating and what we're managing to build here.